Tigrinya, often written as Tigrinya, Tigrinya, is a member of the Semitic branch of the Afro-Asiatic languages. It is spoken by ethnic Tigrinya people in the Horn of Africa. Tigrinya speakers primarily inhabit the Tigray region in northern Ethiopia, where its speakers are called Tigrawat, as well as the contiguous borders of southern and central Eritrea, where speakers are known as the Tigrinya. Tigrinya is also spoken by groups of emigrants from these regions, including some Beta Israel. Tigrinya should not be confused with the related Tigra language. The latter Afro-Asiatic language is spoken by the Tigra people, who inhabit the lowland regions of Eritrea to the north and west of the Tigrinya speech area. History and literature. Although it differs markedly from the classical GEZ language, for instance, in having phrasal verbs, and in using a word order that places the main verb last instead of first in the sentence, there is a strong influence of GEZ on Tigrinya literature, especially with terms that relate to Christian life, biblical names, and so on. GEZ, because of its status within Ethiopian culture, acted as a literary medium until relatively recent times. The earliest written example of Tigrinya is a text of local laws found in Logosada district, southern region, Eritrea and in northern Ethiopia, which dates from the 13th century during the reign of the Zagwe dynasty c. 900 until the 13th century. During the British administration of Eritrea, the Ministry of Information put out a weekly newspaper in Tigrinya that cost 5 cents and sold 5,000 copies weekly. It was reported to be the first of its kind. Tigrinya, along with Arabic, was one of Eritrea's official languages during its short-lived federation with Ethiopia. In 1958 it was replaced with the southern Ethiopian language Amharic prior to its annexation. Upon Eritrea's independence in 1991, Tigrinya retained the status of working language in the country. The only state in the world to date to award Tigrinya recognition on a national level. Speakers. There is no generally agreed name for the people who speak Tigrinya. In Ethiopia, a native of Tigray is referred to in Tigrinya as Tigraway, Tigrawitai, Tigrawat or Tegaru. In Eritrea, Tigrinya speakers are officially known as the Bihequtar Tigrinya, which means nation of Tigrinya speakers. Bihequtar roughly means nation in the ethnic sense of the word in Tigrinya, Tigra and Amharic, as well as in GEZ. The Djibouti in Eritrea also speak Tigrinya in addition to Arabic. Tigrinya is the fourth most spoken language in Ethiopia after Amharic, Somali and Oromo, and the most widely spoken language in Eritrea. It is also spoken by large immigrant communities around the world, in countries including Sudan, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Germany, Italy, Sweden, the United Kingdom, Canada and the United States. In Australia, Tigrinya is one of the languages broadcast on public radio via the Multicultural Special Broadcasting Service. Tigrinya dialects differ phonetically, lexically, and grammatically. No dialect appears to be accepted as a standard phonology for the representation of Tigrinya sounds. This article uses a modification of a system that is common among linguists who work on Ethiopian Semitic languages, but it differs somewhat from the conventions of the International Phonetic Alphabet. Consonant phonemes. Tigrinya has a fairly typical set of phonemes for an Ethiopian Semitic language. That is, there is a set of ejective consonants and the usual 7-vowel system. Unlike many of the modern Ethiopian Semitic languages, Tigrinya has preserved the 2 pharyngeal consonants which were apparently part of the ancient GEZ language and which, along with X, avular or uvular ejective fricative, make it easy to distinguish spoken Tigrinya from related languages such as Amharic, though not from Tigra, which has also maintained the pharyngeal consonants. The charts below show the phonemes of Tigrinya. The sounds are shown using the same system for representing the sounds as in the rest of the article. When the IPA symbol is different, it is indicated in square brackets. The consonant V appears in parentheses because it occurs only in recent borrowings from European languages. The fricative sounds X, 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 and X occur as allophones. Vowel phonemes. The sounds are shown using the same system for representing the sounds as in the rest of the article. When the IPA symbol is different, it is indicated in square brackets. Gemination. Gemination, the doubling of a consonantal sound, is phonematic in Tigrinya, i.e., it affects the meaning of words. While gemination plays an important role in the morphology of the Tigrinya verb, it is normally accompanied by other marks. But there is a small number of pairs of words which are only differentiable from each other by gemination, e.g., krb, krb. All the consonants, with the exception of the pharyngeal and glottal, can be geminated. Allophones. The velar consonants, k and k, are pronounced differently when they appear immediately after a vowel and are not geminated. In these circumstances, k is pronounced as a velar fricative. K is pronounced as a fricative, or sometimes as an affricate. This fricative or affricate is more often pronounced further back in the uvular place of articulation. All of these possible realizations, velar ejective fricative, uvular ejective fricative, velar ejective affricate and uvular ejective affricate, are cross-linguistically very rare sounds. Since these two sounds are completely conditioned by their environments, they can be considered allophones of k and k. This is especially clear from verb roots in which one consonant is realized as one or the other allophone depending on what precedes it. For example, for the verb meaning cry, which has the triconsonantal root bky, there are forms such as mebkaj and bxj. And for the verb meaning steal, which has the triconsonantal root srk, there are forms such as jesrku and jesrrex. What is especially interesting about these pairs of phones is that they are distinguished in Tigrinya orthography. Because allophones are completely predictable, it is quite unusual for them to be represented with distinct symbols in the written form of a language. Syllables. A Tigrinya syllable may consist of a consonant-vowel or a consonant-vowel-consonant sequence. When three consonants come together within a word, the cluster is broken up with the introduction of an epenthetic vowel e, and when two consonants would otherwise end a word, the vowel I appears after them, or e is introduced before the suffix. For example, kabda, stomach, lebi, heart, my kabde, my stomach, lebe, my heart, ka, your, kabdexa, your stomach, lebexa, your heart, and kabdan lebin, stomach and heart. Stress is neither contrastive nor particularly salient in Tigrinya. It seems to depend on gemination, but it has apparently not been systematically investigated. Grammar. Typical grammatical features. Grammatically, Tigrinya is a typical Ethiopian Semitic language in most ways. A Tigrinya noun is treated as either masculine or feminine. However, most inanimate nouns do not have a fixed gender. Tigrinya nouns have plural, as well as singular, forms, though the plural is not obligatory when the linguistic or pragmatic context makes the number clear. As in Tigray and Geez, noun plurals may be formed through internal changes as well as through the addition of suffixes. For example, pharis, horse, aphras, horses. Adjectives behave in most ways like nouns. Most Tigrinya adjectives, like those in Tigray and Geez, have feminine and plural forms. For example, sbbux, good, sbbxti, good, sbuckart, good. Within personal pronouns and subject agreement inflections on verbs, gender is distinguished in second person as well as third. For example, tazarab, speak, tazarabi, speak. Possessive adjectives take the form of noun suffixes. Gaza, house, Gaza way, my house, Gaza she, your house. Verbs are based on consonantal roots, most consisting of 3 consonants. SBR, break, sabra, he broke, y sabar, he breaks, msbar, to break. Within the tense system there is a basic distinction between the perfective form, conjugated with suffixes and denoting the past, and the imperfective form, conjugated with prefixes and in some cases suffixes, and denoting the present or future. Sabayu, they broke, ysabru, they break. As in Geez and Amharic, there is also a separate, gerundive form of the verb, conjugated with suffixes and used to link verbs within a sentence. Gadif katazarab, stop and speak. Verbs also have a separate jussive, imperative form, similar to the imperfective. Ysbaru, let them break. Through the addition of derivational morphology, verbs may be made passive, reflexive, causative, frequentative, reciprocal, or reciprocal causative. Fault, you, they knew. Tar fault, you, they were known. A fault, you, they caused to know. Tar fallet, you, they knew each other. Af fallet, you, they caused to know each other. Verbs may take direct object and prepositional pronoun suffixes. Falat nna, he knew me. Falat kli, he knew for me. Negation is expressed through the prefix ion. In independent clauses, the suffix n. I falat n, he didn't know. The copula and the verb of existence in the present are irregular. Allo, there is, he exists. Yu, he is. Or yalan or yalbon, there isn't, he doesn't exist. Ayk anan, he isn't. Nabara, he existed, he was, there was. Yxawwn, he will be. Ynabar, he will exist, there will be. The verb of existence, together with object suffixes for the possessor, expresses possession and obligation. Allo nni, I have, I must me. Relative clauses are expressed by a prefix attached to the verb. Z fallat, who knew. Cleft sentences, with relative clauses normally following the copula, are very common. Man yyuz fallat, who knew. There is an accusative marker used on definite direct objects. In Tigrinya this is the prefix n. For example, Hagaz n, Almas Raksabua, Hagos met Almas. As in other modern S languages, the default word order in clauses is subject, object, verb, and noun modifiers usually precede their head nouns. Innovations. Tigrinya grammar is unique among the Ethiopian Semitic languages in several ways. For second-person pronouns, there is a separate vocative form, used to get a person's attention. Nssxa, you, ata, you. There is a definite article, related to the demonstrative adjective meaning, that. Tajial, the girl. The gerundive form is used for past tense, as well as for the linking function as in Geez and Amharic. Tazaribu, speaking, he spoke. Yes/no questions are marked by the particle do following the questioned word. Haftadra, I, did you see my sister? The negative circumfix in may mark nouns, pronouns, and adjectives as well as verbs. I, Anna n, not me, ayabyn, not big. Tigrinya has an unusually complex tense aspect mood system, with many nuances achieved using combinations of the 3 basic aspectual forms and various auxiliary verbs including the copula, the verb of existence, and the verbs nobara, exist, live, kona, become, sanhi, stay. Tigrinya has compound prepositions corresponding to the preposition postposition compounds found in Amharic. Abel, li, arat, on the bed, ab thtr, arat, under the bed. Unlike most S languages, Tigrinya has only one set of applicative suffixes, used both for the dative and benefactive and for locative and adversative senses. Takamat llu, she sat down for him, or she sat down on it, or she sat down to his detriment. Writing system. Tigrinya is written in the GEZ script, originally developed for GEZ, also called Ethiopic. The GEZ script is an abugida. Each symbol represents a consonant plus vowel syllable, and the symbols are organized in groups of similar symbols on the basis of both the consonant and the vowel. In the table below, the columns are assigned to the 7 vowels of Tigrinya. They appear in the traditional order. The rows are assigned to the consonants, again in the traditional order. For each consonant in an abugida, there is an unmarked symbol representing that consonant followed by a canonical or inherent vowel. For the GEZ abugida, this canonical vowel is A, the first column in the table. However, since the pharyngeal and glottal consonants of Tigrinya cannot be followed by this vowel, the symbols in the first column in the rows for those consonants are pronounced with the vowel A, exactly as in the 4th row. These redundant symbols are falling into disuse in Tigrinya and are shown with a dark gray background in the table. When it is necessary to represent a consonant with no following vowel, the consonant plus E form is used. For example, the word "ntay" what is written, literally, "ntar-y." Since some of the distinctions that were apparently made in GEZ have been lost in Tigrinya, there are 2 rows of symbols each for the consonants, H, per second, and per second. In Eritrea, for per second, and per second, at least one of these has fallen into disuse in Tigrinya and is now considered old-fashioned. These less used series are shown with a dark gray background in the chart. The orthography does not mark gemination, so the pair of words Karaba, he approached, K-Araba, he was near, are both written. Since such minimal pairs are very rare, this presents no problem to readers of the language. Bibliography. Emmanuel Salas Oasis, WTGRNNAB Safi, Lawrenceville, NJ, USA. Red Sea Press. ISBN 1-56902-096-5. Danil Taxlu Radizabana Wisa Wasoke, Ank, Ategrena. Makala. Raymond, Abdul. English Tigrinya Dictionary. A Dictionary of the Tigrinya Language. Simon Wallenberg Press. Introduction pages to the Tigrinya language. ISBN 1-843560062. Eritrean People's Liberation Front Dictionary. English Tigrinya Arabic. Rome. EPLF. Dictionary. Tigrinya English. Mezgabe Kalit Tigrinya Inglizanya. Rome. EPLF. Kane, Thomas L. Tigrinya English Dictionary. Springfield, VA. Dunwoody Press. ISBN 1-881265-684. Leslaw, Wolf. Documents Tigrinya. Grammaire Textus. Paris. Libraire C. Klinkschiek. Mason, John Sowers. WTGRNNA. Tigrinya Grammar. Lawrenceville, NJ, USA. Red Sea Press. ISBN 0-932415-202. Praetorius. Grammatik der Tigrinya in Abyssinian. Halle. ISBN 3-487-05191-5. Taxistar Taxler al. Mazgaba Kalit Tegrena B. Tegrena. Addis Ababa. Negd Matamia D. Regat. Ullendorf. A Tigrinya Crestomathy. Stuttgart. F. Steiner. ISBN 3-515-04314-4. Zim Girma El Sanaragazi. Asmara. Government Printing Press.